Welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Blerdsnerds podcast. I'm Shannon.
And I'm James.
It's me and James again this week. We're going to shame Jossie for, again, not being here.
He's just taking some PTO.
Shame on you, Jossie. He's out of PTO. James, what have you been up to since last week?
The usual manga reading. I actually was looking for some comedy animes, like some just background watch type of things when I'm chilling around the house. So I looked up a list of things to watch. A couple of them were misses. So there was a show called Golden Boy. It's only 6 episodes. So I was like, cool, I'll watch this. And I got halfway through and I was like, I just can't watch this. It wasn't funny at all. Well, I mean, to some people it was probably funny, but it was more like crude adult humor, like all sexual innuendos. That was like the main comedy going on in there. But I did start a show called Ghost Stories.
Oh my God, I watched Ghost Stories a long time ago. Like when I used to have Anime Network on cable, mm-hmm. I watched that. That show is so crazy. Not crazy, but like
so far I'm liking it.
Yeah. So I enjoyed it, but like it has the worst dub. They say that it has the worst dub of any anime. And I guess they gave it to the US, I guess, because the show was like, I don't know. There's like a crazy story behind Ghost Stories and like how bad it is and why they just gave it to the US really to dub over. And it had like, but it's. Are you watching it dubbed or are you watching it subbed?
I'm watching it dubbed actually.
Yeah. So the dub, like they say some crazy things. How many episodes have you watched so far?
I think I'm at like episode 6 now.
How many episodes are there? Is it 24 or is it 12?
24. I think it's 24.
Okay. They say some like crazy things in the dub. So next week you have to tell us if
nonsensical things being said. So
yeah. Yeah. But I enjoyed. Now you're making me want to rewatch it. That was like a fun one. I enjoyed that show. It was
I'm enjoying it so far.
It was dumb, but it was. Oh, you know what? I was thinking to myself the other day that since you're here and you're like avid manga anime watcher, that I can bring back anime pick of the week now. So either you can have one or I can have one, or we can both have one since I'm like starting to watch anime more again. Yeah. So is that your anime pick of the week? Ghost Stories?
Ghost Stories is, yeah. Don't watch Golden Boy. If you're listening, do not watch Golden Boy. I'm a hater of Golden Boy, and whoever suggested it, I will not be listening to your suggestions anymore.
a lot of people might come for you if they've never seen Ghost Stories and they watch it as your anime if they're listening to you. So if you've never seen Ghost Stories and you decide to watch it after James has suggested it, please let us know what you think, because
if I have solid picks, because maybe I have bad picks.
It's a weird show. It's weird. I don't have one for this week just because I've been oh wait, are you done or have you been doing more stuff as well?
I started reading Dead Man Wonderland, the manga. I watched the anime. It was only one season, but there was much more to be covered, so I'm gonna finish that up.
Okay, cool. So, and then of course you watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier, right? Which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But so I don't have an anime pick of the week just because. So I've started. Last week, did I say that I started rewatching Attack on Titan? Did I say that I started?
I don't think you mentioned it.
Okay, well, I've been blowing through it then because I restarted rewatching Attack on Titan just because I was behind. Like I hadn't seen season 3 and I hadn't seen season 4 yet. So it's because every time I try to watch season 3, I don't remember enough of what happened in season 2, and I feel like the recap videos like didn't do a good job helping me like understand fully what happened before like season 3 started. So I was like, I'm just gonna start the whole show over again. So I started over again. So I guess it was this week then, and I'm already halfway through season 3, just blowing through it. And nice. It's so much better when you watch it all at once as opposed to the year and a half or 2 or 3 years in between seasons that we got. So I understand a lot more of it now. Season 2, for whatever reason, I didn't like it the first time I watched it, but as on the rewatch, I was like, wow, this is actually really good. I don't know why I didn't like it before. So yeah, I'm catching a lot of things now, and I will be done probably with the whole show before next week. So finally catching up. People have been yelling at me, asking me what's wrong with me. So now I'm here. I've caught up. So I don't have an anime pick of the week because I've been rewatching old stuff, but maybe next week I'll have one. I've been watching a lot of serious anime, so I'm gonna start watching. Usually, I do like a couple serious ones, and then I find like a slice of life, like happy comedy one, like how you've been doing. So I'll probably do that next after this is over. Um, what else have I been doing? I've been playing Minecraft still. Um, trying to become better at building stuff because I'm not good at it. Um, and then I watched Falcon and the Winter Soldier as well. So yeah. Uh so I guess coming in the next couple weeks, look forward to hearing our anime picks of the week. Yay. Uh is there any video game stuff that you want to go over? I couldn't find anything. It's a slow week for nerd news, guys. So bear with us here as we plummet
Yeah.
through.
Oh, there was a big Cyberpunk update that went through.
Oh, was there? Is the game
Yeah.
functional now?
I haven't tried it. I haven't touched my luck yet, but apparently it is at least playable on consoles now, next gen and the previous generation too. So supposedly it is. I haven't heard much about it. So I guess everyone else is still waiting for a couple more updates before they possibly brick their systems.
If you're still running it on your console, then what if you have to lose? Just try it out now.
Yeah.
So okay, if it's playable, then maybe I'll finally buy it. I definitely didn't buy it right out the gate, and I'm glad I didn't. So I was trying to wait for it to be working. So if it actually does work, then maybe I'll buy it next after I'm done playing the games that I'm playing. Still haven't finished Final Fantasy. I said that I wouldn't buy any new video games until I finish the ones I have. So here I am. Hopefully
Yeah.
I'll be done soon. And speaking of Cyberpunk being fixed, even though it's for both platforms, PS5 has its first big update coming out. Or is it out already? No, it's coming out.
There was a recent update that did happen.
Was that the big
I
one?
didn't notice because I keep it in rest mode, so it updated on its own. But
Oh,
I think there were some new changes that I saw when I've been on my PS5. I'm not sure if
okay.
it's the same from this April update. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's like we're almost like halfway through April, so I want to see if it came out and I missed it yet. I haven't touched my PS5, sadly, in like a month or so. um, and of course, there's no date in this article. But with this update, you'll finally be able to connect an external hard drive and put your games on the external hard drive. This is what people have been waiting for a while, just because the storage on the PS5 wasn't great. I remember my brother had his PS5 before I had mine, and he was telling me that he could only put like 3 games or 4 games on his PlayStation before, and then he couldn't put anything else on there. So yeah, the storage is definitely something we've been waiting for. So I don't really know why that didn't come out sooner, but thank you, Sony. And then what else is in this update? Let me see.
There's an HDMI link now. I don't know if that was part of this update, but yeah, if you basically you turn your PS5 on, it'll turn your PS or your TV on, or if you turn your TV off, it'll turn the PS5 into rest mode. So that's pretty convenient.
I feel like that is that new because I feel like that's been happening. When I turn my TV on, my PS5 turns on. Like if I'm on that HDMI setting, it turns on automatically.
Oh, maybe I just now noticed it. I don't know.
Maybe I guess it's missable because again, it's only if like I'm on that HDMI setting that it'll turn it on, which is annoying actually because then I have to turn it off. But whatever. So we have the internal storage, HDMI link. If you didn't know about it before, but the only thing with the storage is that you have to copy the game. Is that how all external hard drives work? I feel like it's not. Like you have to copy the game back to your PlayStation in order to play it from the external hard drive. But I feel like on the Xbox, can't you play games from your hard drive also? Like directly from the hard drive?
Oh, I'm no Xbox expert.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes, I think someone, if you guys are listening to this, correct me if I'm wrong.
This is why we need Jossie here.
I know. Yeah, exactly. See, Jossie, shame on you. But I believe if you have games on your external hard drive on your Xbox, I believe that you can play it directly from your hard drive. So it's kind of a downside that you have to copy it over. So that means you have to like be swapping games in and out constantly, but I mean whatever. It's better than nothing, I guess. And it says that swapping it from your external hard drive back to your PlayStation is faster than re-downloading the whole game like from a disc version. And there's new social features, cross-generation share play. PS4 and PS5 players can now share play together while chatting in parties. which means that PS5 console users can let their friends on PS4 consoles view their game screen or even try out the PS5 games through the share play and vice versa. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, get a like demo through your friend's system or just watch them versus having to stream it.
Yeah. Well, if there were more games out that are strictly on PS5 now, that would be beneficial. But I feel like there are not a lot of like PS5 only games out right now. So, and there's an improved game base, which gives you quicker access to important content and features. Great. It's a big update. So I'm guessing, I mean, an update like that, I'm guessing would take a while to do. So maybe that's not the update that you did the other day. I'm trying to see when did it come out? There's no date here. Maybe it did. Oh, it did come out. Oops. Duh. It says tomorrow. When was this? Yes. What's today? It came out on the 15th. So that was Friday. Okay. Great. So I had to turn my PlayStation on so to update. Yeah. But yeah, that's the news for the PS5 players. If you play Xbox, I'm sorry, this doesn't pertain to you. And I feel like, is there anything else? We're a couple days closer to Resident Evil 5. That'll be out in like 2 weeks. Resident Evil Village, I mean. Whoa, sorry. Anyone looking forward to that? It's coming out soon. I'm gonna buy that game. So I'm excited.
Will you stream it for the fans?
I know. I've been thinking about streaming, but it's like, I don't know how to do it. But I watch other streamers and I'm like, I can do this. I can be funny while playing a game. But I also kind of suck at games, especially shooters. So I don't want to stream that because then people are just going to be telling me how bad I am. So
I will let Jossie handle it.
Do you stream?
No, I don't.
Okay. Because you need like a capture card and I don't know. I've just never done like the research necessary to set myself up for streaming, but maybe I will.
Yeah. I got my PC all set up. I feel like I can. Well, I've streamed straight from my PS4 before. I was in this like Call of Duty tournament, and you had this one person that had to stream it. So I just like direct streamed to Twitch from the PS4, but
oh really?
No face cam or anything like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it. Oh, right, no face
that's
camera.
That's pretty easy. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Maybe, but Jossie and I have been talking about that for a long time, but we have yet to do it. So maybe it's something we can get serious about, I guess.
Cool. I'll peer pressure you guys.
Well, you're the one with you should join us. You're the one that actually has a PS5. Jossie doesn't have a PS5. So we were talking about anime. Season 4 of Castlevania is coming on May 13th also, and it'll be the last season. Do you watch Castlevania?
I do.
Okay, cool. It'll be the last season of that storyline, and they are working on a spin-off series which is supposed to take place in the same universe, but it'll be about different characters. So are you sad about this, that it's ending?
No, I think all good things have to come to an end. So I do like Castlevania. I think it should be come to a point where we wrap it up versus let's just keep on milking this cash cow. I like when things end. I like good endings.
Yeah, I actually didn't see the last season, so again, another thing I'm behind on. I have to catch up. But I did see the first 2 seasons. I'm gonna be. Maybe I guess that'll be what I have to watch next then, since May 13th is like right around the corner. So I'll watch that after. Yeah, I'll watch that right after I'm done with Attack on Titan and get caught up with that, so we can talk about the last season as it's airing. Yeah, and then Alfred Molina from Spider-Man. Which one was he in? Was it the first one or the second one?
The second one.
Second one, right? Yes. He is confirmed to be reprising his role as Doc Ock in new Spider-Man No Way Home, which again, I've said this before, proves my theory of the multiverse happening in this movie. What do you think about that?
I think it's gonna go down.
Right? You think that Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire are gonna make an appearance as past Spider-Man in the multiverse?
As a hopeful, I think they are. Because I mean, they haven't came on and said, no, guys, we're not attached to this. So like that would be the easiest thing to say, but they haven't said anything really. So yeah, I think they're gonna be there.
I definitely think they're gonna be there. It's been a mixed bag. I've seen people on the internet say that it'll be too much, like if they come in and it's like what is the main plot? Like I don't really think that if they are in the movie, I don't really think that they're gonna have a big role in the movie, you know? Probably like a short, as he's whatever he's doing that involves the multiverse, as he's traveling through, I feel like he'll just encounter these people briefly. I don't think they're gonna be huge plots in the movie, right?
Yeah, like just 3 Spider-Men running around.
Yeah. not like Into the Spider-Verse. I don't think it'll be like that where these different versions of Spider-Man are gonna be like the whole point of the movie. I don't think it'll be like that. But nonetheless, this movie is definitely something. It's one of the Marvel. Well, it's not a Marvel movie technically. It's one of the Marvel-based movies that I'm looking forward to the most in the upcoming phase. So, and that's coming out, or it's supposed to be coming out in December. So not super far away, few months, and I will be super excited to see that. But again, I'm gonna try to stay away from theories and just shut up.
Won't get my hopes up.
Yeah, I'm just not. I'm not even gonna. I'm done with the fan theories forever. So I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna see what happens, and if I'm right, I will be happy. And I'm sorry. I should have like organized this in a way where we were not bouncing back and forth so much because we were just talking about anime and now we're talking about Marvel and now we're about to talk about anime again. So this week, the Demon Slayer movie comes. Is it this week? I thought it was next. I thought it was the 26th. Isn't that Monday?
Yeah. It's this Thursday.
Oh, Thursday. Okay. So James is going to see it. Right, James? You're going to see it in the
I'll
theater.
be there.
Are you going to dress up or anything? Or is that not your game?
Nah. I mean, I would do some cool cosplay, but I never have good ideas. So when you were doing the cosplay on the page, I was like, oh man, all these are some dope cosplay. You were like highlighting Black women cosplayers, and I was like, man, I should do some cosplay, but I don't know, man.
Cosplay looks so cool, but it's just I feel like it's expensive just to like make your costume look good. And then
and time consuming. Actually, so I did some cosplay before. My friends and I, we went to a con as the Saiyan Army, and we like made our Saiyan armor from scratch. It took about a week to make that Saiyan armor. Yeah.
That's awesome. I've always wanted to dress up for a con. Like me and my group of friends, I've tried to convince them like for a couple years that we should do like a group thing, but like no one ever wants to do it. And then like every year when I say that I'm just gonna dress up as something, I let too much time go by, and then it's too soon for me to like come up with something. So
right.
I wear like a piece of something. Like one year I made like a Capsule Corp like leather jacket, like Trunks's jacket. I just bought like a leather jacket and I put a Capsule Corp patch on there. That was like my thing. And then like the next year I just wore like a themed t-shirt. But one of these years, when I actually am comfortable enough to go back to Comic-Con, definitely not this year. I will try to cosplay a good character.
And fully commit, huh?
Yes, fully commit. Like some of these people, your camera went out. Oh, you're back. Fully commit. Some of these people at these cons, they go all out. I remember one year I saw like somebody that built this huge Bumblebee robot costume from whatchamacallit?
Transformers.
There you go. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank.
Fast and Furious 10, you mean?
Oh God, let's not talk about Fast and Furious. Still ongoing. But yeah, somebody wrote like it was like a huge, like almost life-size robot that this person was in. And I'm just like, how did you do that? And did you leave your house in it? Like, I don't understand where you put it on it. Yeah, I know. So like, and then we saw like really realistic Power Rangers. I've seen a lot of really cool things. And I'm just like, I would love to put this level of effort into a costume. So maybe one day.
We'll have to make it happen. That's another peer pressure. I'm just gonna build a list of things I'll peer pressure you guys to do.
Well, you're in Virginia, right? Isn't there like a Blerd Con that goes on like somewhere near Virginia?
There is. It's pretty nearby. It's closer to DC actually, but yeah, BlerdCon every summer. I think they're supposed to have it this year. I don't feel too comfortable going, but I'll be on the lookout for some nice cosplays though.
Yeah. Well, maybe next summer we'll make our way down to BlerdCon and then we'll have to do a group cosplay.
100% committed to.
Yep. Anyway, we kind of went on a tangent from Demon Slayer. You have to let me know you have to let us know how the movie is next week. I I mean, the tickets are probably all sold out now, or maybe not, because some people are still not comfortable going to movie theaters, but I really want to see it. So maybe I'll try to like see if I can see it this week. But I also, it's been like over a year since I've watched Demon Slayer, so I don't remember anything that happened, barely. So I
Right,
have to like
that.
I have to like rewatch it in a day, which is possible because that's what I've been doing with Attack on Titan. But yeah, I want to see it because we've definitely been waiting for the movie for a long time. And now it's finally here. I definitely do want to see it. So maybe I'll try to see it this week. We'll see. Bring my Clorox to the movie theater, wipe down the seat.
Exactly. Yeah, they had very limited seating. Like they spaced everyone out pretty well. So I feel confident in AMC's ability to play movies. Well, I mean, it's up to the people to be sanitary at this point.
Yeah. But and like, are you allowed to eat in the theater or can you not eat anything in there now?
It didn't say anything about eating, but I'm gonna assume that you can't.
Okay.
Well, I said no refreshments actually. So
Oh, no fresh. Okay, yeah. Because that's what I was about to say. Like that's the only thing that was bothering me about the movies. Because like, other than that, like as long as you space people out and everyone has a mask on, like I feel like you're pretty safe. To be fair, but it was just the eating. It was just the eating that I was concerned about. Cause I'm like, if people are opening their filthy mouths to eat popcorn, then I don't want to really be anywhere near them. All right, so I'll see if I can make it there. Yeah, I'll see because I definitely want to see it. So we're just flying through. I feel like we've been recording all of 15 minutes.
Oh man, we're breezing through this thing. Yeah.
Breezing through. Sorry, guys. There's not a lot going on this week. And we're going to work on some filler content, as we've been saying before this, to try to like have some interesting conversations when there's not a lot going on about different things going on in Nerd World. We just didn't plan for that this week. So, but we will plan for that for future episodes. We'll come up with cool things to talk about, but not today. Anyway, Falcon and the Winter Soldier episode 5. How did you, first of all, our cameo predictions, way off.
Well, yeah, those fan predictions, they never go right.
I almost kind of feel like they should stop teasing these things. Like, I feel like it would have been a lot better if they never even said anything about expecting a major cameo this week. Because I don't know, when I saw the cameo in the first 10 minutes of the episode, I was like, this is a little disappointing. But how did you feel about it?
So I saw the cameo and I was like, all right, that's not it. I'm still waiting on like Shuri to pop up or something. And yeah, I was a bit let down, but it's my own fault because I got my hopes up so high. So
and that's what I'm saying. Just don't say anything. Directors, writers, showrunners, just don't say anything. Just let it happen and let us experience it. But like, don't get our hopes up about it. Because again, this cameo was kind of like the big on the same level of letdown as the last cameo you teased for WandaVision that we didn't really get. So, but I guess, I mean, it's not exciting right now just because Lady Hydra, like, we don't really know anything about her in the universe so far. So it's not exciting. I mean, I guess it's only exciting like if she's going to be super involved in future projects, then I guess we'll see. But as of right now, it doesn't mean anything to anyone really. So that's kind of how I felt about that. But what did you think of the episode overall?
Another hit. They still haven't missed so far. They're on a roll.
Yep, they are on a roll. I saw some people saying that this episode was boring, and I was like, F you guys. It's not all about action and punches, guys, okay? It's about a story, too. The story has to be good.
Yeah.
And this was a very good story episode. So whoever said that this episode was boring, you're boring as a person. Because it means you're not dimensional.
This was the training arc.
Hmm?
This was the training arc.
Training arc. A lot of a great conversation between two Black men, also, which I wasn't expecting, and I was like, wow, a lot of people aren't really ready to see this, but you know, I appreciate the fact that it's in here, and I hope that people paid attention to it and took something from it. Sam didn't, because he still went on to want to be Captain America, and I wouldn't have wanted to after talking to him, but for whatever reason, he decided to do it. So props, I guess, to you, Sam. We'll see how that goes for you. How did you feel about the conversation?
Well, first I would like to give a shout out to Marvel fans, because I was expecting like people to be up in arms, like, why are you bringing in politics into comics? So I didn't hear too much of that, or maybe I just
that's a good point
wrong
too.
crowds, but
yeah,
I was definitely excited that there wasn't backlash about that, because I mean, it was an important conversation to be had that relates to current events. So
Definitely
Kudos to
does.
Marvel. Kudos to the fans.
I feel like this show is like it dropped at like a great time in American history because I feel like it's so relatable now to like a lot of things that are going on. And whether that was intentional or like it just happened to like fall in this time that we're in history is interesting. But yeah, I think it's really good that they're bringing a lot of these issues to light in a different way. Through entertainment, I feel like it's more digestible to some people, that might not understand really. So yeah, it was really good. I guess they can't really complain too much because it's not like they like brought this, it's not like they fabricated the storyline out of thin air, like this black
Right.
Captain America, like it is a real comic, it is a real storyline in the comics. So I guess you can't really complain about it too much, like because there's no basis for your argument if you were making that argument. So, you know, um, but do you feel the same way I felt about like would you have wanted to go on to be Captain America after having that conversation with Isaiah?
I think I would have did it. I was like, you know what? I think we need to see something change here. We can't let it keep
So
on
you're on
going
the
the way it is.
opposite
So
side.
yeah,
I
we
mean,
gotta. I'm with Sam here.
interesting. Okay, I can understand that too. I just kind of would have been scared. I would have been like,
Oh, for sure. Yeah, approach with caution for sure.
yeah. It already happened the first time when they really didn't push him to be Captain America. They just took it and gave it to the white man again. But so it's interesting. And I just feel like so a lot happened in this episode, but I feel like there's still a lot more that needs to happen that I'm kind of surprised that next week is the last episode.
Same.
So I'm really interested to see like how they're gonna tie it up. Cause like as far as I know, like unlike WandaVision, I don't think that this show is leading directly into a movie, is it? Do you know?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, so I guess it's just kind of I guess it has to be kind of like a wrap up. So I'm really interested to see how they're gonna wrap it. I feel like there's a lot of loose ends. I feel like um Isaiah's son, what's his name? Is his name Elijah? His name is Elijah, right? His grandson?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so he's supposed like I thought we were gonna see more of him since he's supposed to be somebody who's in the Young Avengers, and this is only the second time we've seen him briefly. So I'm wondering like, are we gonna see more from him in the next episode, or if he's gonna carry over into something else? I guess we'll see. But I was kind of hoping that we would see more of him. I was hoping that we would. I lost my train of thought. What else was I hoping for? What else were you hoping for that we haven't seen a lot of
Uh,
yet?
I was hoping they would show us the new wings. But I mean, I guess that
Oh
can
yeah,
wait for next episode.
vibranium wings. That's what I'm guessing, right? Obviously, it has to be.
Has to be. Yeah.
Has to be. Vibranium wings. Whereas John Walker's making a makeshift cosplay shield. I don't know what he's gonna do with that. You watched the
Yeah,
end credit scene, right? The mid credit scene.
I did.
It's just kind of sorry, we're like jumping all over the place, but it's just kind of weird to me how they just randomly throw in these mid-credit scenes. It's like you always have to like be watching the credits because you never know when a mid-credit scene is gonna pop up. But yeah, here goes John Rocker making his great value shield. I was like, what are you gonna do?
It looked pretty decent though. He did put some nice finishing on it because he had like regular like Walmart paint. I was like, how is he making this? He has some nice coding skills there.
Yeah, but like, what do you think it's made out of? Just some basic metal? Like, what are you
Yeah, it
supposed
has
to
to
do
be
with that?
like regular sheet metal or something.
It's not gonna come back to you when you throw it, It's not. It's not.
or maybe that's what our surprise cameo helped him out with.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. Cause like who do you think she's working for? Like obviously Hydra, but like do you think that this is gonna lead into the formation of the Thunderbolts?
I won't get my hopes up. I'll say this is self-serving, and she was just wanted to interject
Okay, so
because
you don't
fan
think
theories go awfully wrong.
so you don't think that we're gonna see her at all again in the next episode?
I think she'll make an appearance and like kind of like just standing next to him or something, like when he shows up in like evil mode, and then she's just like in the background, like, "You're welcome."
Okay, so
Something like that.
you don't think we're gonna get any introduction to Thunderbolts at all?
Nah, I don't think I don't even want to put it out there for it to not happen.
Okay. I feel like Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm not gonna, because like they've let plenty of opportunity go to waste. I wonder when are we actually gonna see introduction of the X-Men? Like they keep brushing around it, but like when is it actually gonna happen? Like that's what I'm wondering. Like when will we see it?
I feel like they should get their own like, all right, this is your guys' time to shine, and not introduced in someone else's thing. I mean, as cool as that would be, I think they should just get their own.
I mean,
Boom,
I think they
we're
should
here.
get their own too, but I feel like to introduce them though, it's gonna have to be like if they're trying to integrate them into the MCU, which we don't really know if they're planning on doing that. They never really actually said that. But if they are planning on doing that, I feel like the best way to do it would be to bring them into somebody, like have them cameo in another movie or show and then give them their own thing after that. You know, because like how else would you integrate it? I guess other people can cameo in their movie or show, but I just feel like it's the best way to integrate. Maybe Deadpool 3, because they did say that Deadpool 3 was going to be part of the MCU. So now that they have rights to all the X-Men, maybe they'll just include more X-Men in that movie.
Yeah, that could work.
Yeah. Now that I'm saying that out loud, I feel like that's probably what's going to happen. Because in Deadpool movies, you always see just the two X-Men that they had the rights to in those movies. So now that they have all the rights, it's a good possibility that actually that may happen. We'll see. We'll throw that in the books. Anyway, reining it back in a little. I guess we were horribly wrong in our guesses for last week, but we can make a new guess for the season finale. Who do you think the power broker is?
You know what? I'm gonna say that the power broker is. It has to be the lady working with old Captain America, John. It has to be her.
It has to wait, who? So wait.
I feel like is gonna be like, boom, hey guys, I was the power broker.
Sharon?
Yes.
Okay. I was also going to say Sharon, but I also think so there's a possibility that Sharon could be the power broker, or there's a possibility that she's just working for the power broker. I'm kind of leaning towards working for the power broker. I don't really think that she herself is. I feel like they're going to end up making the power broker not somebody that's known, just some, just some person that we've never seen or heard of before, but she just might be working for him. So that's my guess. Maybe the power broker is an X-Men.
Magneto is the power broker?
Yes, that's going to be our prediction. That's our extreme guess. Magneto. Giving out mutant serum. We'll see. I just feel like there's a lot going on. And then I'm more interested in knowing who the power broker is than I'm interested in seeing what happens with Carly, to be quite honest. Because I feel like there's a lot of different things going on right now. Like there's power broker, and then there's Carly and her crew who are able to travel from somewhere in Europe to New York City, like they're not wanted criminals. Like how are you guys getting around? I'm confused by that. But for some reason
the X-Men jet.
And
they're using the X-Men jet.
I don't really know how any of that's happening, but yeah. I'm a little sad that Zemo's gone. I was enjoying him, to be honest, and then now the Wakandans have taken him, so we won't see him get to serve any justice in the season finale, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I was kind of expecting him to like fade off, but I kind of wanted to wrap something up at least. Like, I mean, I guess they kind of wrapped it up well, where he had his final conversation with Bucky, but like then it was like, all right, now I'm going to Wakanda.
Yeah,
See you
so
guys.
he's gone. I thought we would at least see him. I thought he would at least live out to the season finale, but I guess he served his purpose for the most part. What do you think is going to happen in this season finale? Like, how do you think that they're going to resolve this conflict? There's a lot of conflicts because there's John, who's gone rogue.
Yeah, I was gonna say which one.
There's a power broker, and then there's also the flag smashers. So I feel like there's a lot going on. So hopefully the season finale is like a little longer than an hour next week, so that they have ample time to wrap it up. But I just hope it's not like kind of disappointing like WandaVision was. I really hope not.
The John situation, I feel like John will like not escape, but escape in a sense, and that we can boom have this for later. Like, oh, we still have this rogue Captain America out there. He's just off the grid. I think they'll wrap up the Flag Smashers thing more than anything else. Like they'll put an end to that storyline, and then Rogue Captain America is like
It's gonna
out on
join the
loose somewhere.
Thunderbolts.
Oh, we're going there.
It's too good of a setup, I think, for it to not happen. But you're right. We should not get our hopes up with these fan theories. Sorry, my dog is like crying in the background. I don't know if you can hear. Anyway, but then what about the Power Broker? Do you think the Power Brokers are just going to go on to become a shadowy figure in other shows and movies?
Yeah, I think that might be one of those loose ends, kind of like a cliffhanger sort of thing. Like we don't actually figure it out.
Yeah. I think that it'll probably go on to become. It's just too many things to wrap up at once. So I think definitely it'll go on to have a presence in other shows and movies. We will see. But needless to say, the show has really been amazing. I really enjoyed kind of the break we got from all the action in order for us to get all these good stories, like the Isaiah and Sam conversation. And also I enjoyed the Bucky and Sam like on the boat, like the boat scenes.
Yeah, boat repair scene.
Yeah, I enjoyed that because it's good. Like when you're not busy with all this action, that's when all the character development happens. People, you have to realize that. That's how people grow.
Exactly.
In these down scenes where it's not so much action going on. And I feel like the show has done a good job at developing Sam and Bucky's characters separately and together, because they're not really characters that we got a lot of like in the other shows and movies. Like Bucky was 90% of the time the Winter Soldier. We haven't really seen him develop like as a free man, free of like his brainwashed mind. And then Sam is just not really someone that we saw a lot of either. And all the we didn't see a lot of his personality and such, like, you know, in the other shows and movies too. So we need this time for their characters to develop, especially if they're going to play roles in future shows and movies. So
the world building. Yeah. Sam's going from sidekick to main character now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And rightfully so. Here's a bigger question. Is Steve Rogers dead or is he just retired? Because at first I thought he was dead, but now I'm kind of like not sure.
I think because they haven't reached out to him. Because I mean, if he's retired, I feel like he should still be able to be contacted.
That's true. I figure he was dead, but like I watched a lot of like Easter egg videos after these episodes, and everyone's like, we don't know if Steve Rogers is dead or not. Where is he? And I'm just like, that's a good question. But I think he is. I think he is dead. I think he's gone. He was pretty old when he came back, so it wouldn't be surprising.
But also they didn't have like a proper funeral for him, did they?
That's what I'm saying. Like we didn't see a proper funeral for him. So like I don't know if maybe he like just went somewhere like away. I don't think he died. Cause didn't I think Joaquin in like one of the first episodes was like, I think, or like somebody said like I think he's on the moon. So like I don't think he's dead. Cause then if he was dead, then people would just know that he was dead. So I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. Even the characters in the story are theorizing about where he is. So,
or maybe he had to just keep maybe the time travel thing because of all the time traveling. Maybe he had just had to keep the fact that he went back in time to live out his time. Maybe he had to keep that a secret. You know, like maybe not a lot of people know that he's old. Maybe he just maybe people think he just disappeared. Something I've never
someone
thought
will come attack like, oh, Captain America's just an old guy. We can go wreak havoc.
Yeah. I mean, I guess. I don't know, but I feel like that's whatever. I feel like we're never gonna get an answer for that. But that's left open for interpretation. I don't know. And then I feel like I had another thought about next week. What is it? It's left my mind. Do you have any thoughts? Any other thoughts about next week?
I'm gonna try to stay away from predictions.
I feel like there hasn't been okay. So when WandaVision was out, just because it was such a confusing and weird out there show, there were so many fan theories. But I feel like there's not as many fan theories going on for this show. Either people learn their lesson from WandaVision, or they're just it's just yeah, it's just not as much of a far out there show where you can develop like tons of theories. Because I definitely haven't seen as much for this show.
Correct.
So, yeah. Which I'm glad, because then I can't be I'm not going to be disappointed. Just keeping my expectations low. I'm kind of sad that it's going to be over.
Right. Yeah. Then we have a gap between the next.
Marvel. Yeah. We have like a month. I think Loki starts in June, which I'm hoping will be as good. It'll just be a different dynamic. I just feel like the show has been so realistic, and then we're just kind of get back into the more like nonsensical Marvel. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I feel like Loki will be on a whimsical note. Like it'll be more funny than anything else.
Yeah. Definitely not as serious. So I'm kind of. What is the show lineup after Loki? Let's see. I feel like we went over this before already, but I always forget. Current
So,
phase
yeah,
5
okay.
lineup. Let's see. Black Panther 2 is not coming out until 2022. Oh my god. This is definitely not current. This can't be because it's listing Black Panther 2 as the first movie that's coming out in July of 2022. I feel like that's not right.
Can't be. Yeah.
It can't be.
See.
All right, whoever made this article, you guys don't know what you're talking about. We're in phase 5. Are we in phase 5 or phase 4?
Phase 4.
Oh, duh. That's why I typed in phase 5. I'm so stupid.
Yeah.
Sorry. I knew something was wrong. Black Widow. Right. We were talking about how no one cares about the movie. That's coming out in I think that's the next movie. I feel like that's coming out in November. Or July or November. I feel like I got delayed so many times that I don't remember when it's coming out. Anyway, no one cares. Because that has nothing to do with the stories of now. I think it's Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings is the next movie besides Black Widow that's coming out. But again, don't know how much I care about this movie.
Yeah, it'll be a cool that's like a filler episode. Like
Yeah.
I'll go check it out.
Shang-Chi just it reminds me of whatchamacallit. Like just from hearing the name, it gives me flashbacks to whatchamacallit from the Netflix shows. Iron Fist, which I hated so much.
Oh yeah.
So like when I think of this movie, I think of Iron Fist and I'm just like, I don't know. The Eternals. Don't know if I'm looking forward to the Eternals or not. Are you looking forward to the Eternals?
Not so much.
Just because we don't know anything about
check it out.
It's because we don't know anything about these people. Like they haven't made entrances or appearances in Marvel before, so this is like new territory. So it's kind of kind of don't know what to expect.
The trailer could change my mind. If we get a good trailer, then I don't know if I'm excited or not.
Drop a trailer, Marvel.
Okay, we know you're listening, Marvel.
Yeah. Okay, so definitely Spider-Man. So Spider-Man is definitely the next big movie that I'm looking forward to the most. I don't think so. After Loki airs, I don't think that there's going to be anything until Spider-Man or the Eternals. Well, it says that the Eternals is coming out in November. I don't know if this is current because they delete everything, but we'll see. And then Doctor Strange is not coming out until March of 2022, which actually isn't that far away. Now that I say that out loud, we're halfway through the year already. So, yeah. So, I guess we'll see. The phase is all over the place, guys. COVID messed everything up. Let's blame COVID. It messed like everything up. But yes, I guess we'll know some of the answers to our questions next week when the season finale comes on, and then we'll be back to talk about it. I think that's. Do you have any last thoughts about the show before you wrap up?
Do you think there'll be like an end credit scene that previews something new, kind of like WandaVision? They had an end credits, or do you think it'll just be like Finn at the end?
I feel like it's kind of weird if they just give us one mid-credit scene for all the episodes, like from this last episode. I feel like there's definitely going to be another mid-credit scene or end credit scene. I definitely think so. I don't know what's going to be in it, but I think there's definitely going to be one. I think it'll definitely say if we don't get a lot of is his name Elijah? Am I saying it is like his grandson? His name's Elijah, right? Or is his name something else? Oh Lord. Is Eli? Is it Eli? Let me just make sure before I sound stupid if I keep calling him that. Oh, yes. Yes, it is Eli. If we don't see, since this is the last episode and I don't think we're going to see a lot of him, it'll probably be like something about him, like maybe like pushing him into like a future project or introducing him. in a way that's going to set him up for something in the future. Probably. We'll see. Just because like they introduced him and we haven't seen him since. We've only seen him once in this last episode, but we didn't see him anywhere in between. So I think he'll have something to do with it. But we'll see.
We will in just a few days.
Just a few days. Yes. Everyone get ready. My Fridays are going to become meaningless again after this. So if that's it, I think we can wrap it up. Like I said, it's a short episode this week, guys, but next week, we'll start coming up with more filler for you guys when there's not a lot going on. But as always, you can like us on Facebook. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Blerdsnerds. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel, rate, review, subscribe on your podcast listening app of choice. And email us, at blerdsnerds@gmail.com. If that's all, we will see you guys next week. As always, I'm Shannon.
I'm James.
Thanks for listening, guys. Bye.